Shalom, all of our friends, and hopefully all of us will have a wonderful week. This Shabbat, I would like to refer to the section known as Emor, section that is read, a part of Leviticus, in which we have two very outstanding sections in which I'd like to devote several moments to provide us with an understanding as to why we have come to hear this particular reading. The obvious section of Parashat Emor is the assembling of all of the holidays that are mentioned in Torah, that the Israelites were commanded, if we can still use that word, and I hope all of my listeners know that there is no such thing as commandments, that they are to observe all of these different events during the year, such as Passover, Shavuot, the giving of the scroll on Mount Sinai, Revelation, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. And inasmuch as we know that these events are merely there so that we can have an opportunity to connect to the cosmic event, which is the real significance of all of these, quote, Jewish holidays, so that we can recharge, we can reignite the light force that is, and hopefully desires, to enter into our environment, our physical body, the mental state, everything that surrounds the daily activities of mankind, so as to empower the individual to gain, to some extent, if not entirely, a complete control over his destiny, over her destiny. And so when we come to the synagogue to listen to Parashat Emor, we have this wonderful opportunity again to reinvigorate our state of mind, which, when we observe the awesome chaos that envelops all of human civilization, that all of mankind can come, be instilled with the light force of God, so that, again, we can remove some of the darkness from our lives. And so while we do not have to observe, obviously, each of these events, because they must, out of necessity, be tuned into that particular cosmic sign, that particular planet that channels the particular energy that all of these holidays, and I use the word holidays, which is incorrect, but it's the word that most of us understand. And so, until such time when the word holidays is replaced with the word cosmic event, excuse me for using that misinterpretation of really what takes place with each each holiday that takes place throughout the year, which was not meant, obviously, for Jews alone, because a cosmic event affects everybody. It's not a question of whether I can tap into that cosmic energy that is available. It's whether I'm aware that I have this opportunity, and secondly, to understand just what is it that I'm tapping into. And that, of course, if one wishes the particulars concerning each event, there are so many other tapes that you can refer to. So the important factor here that I'd like to stress is that we have this opportunity, because it's Torah reading, because it's the scroll, the only instrument of a physical level in this physical reality that can connect, and it's unfortunately only on Saturday. I wish I could tell you we can do this every day of the week, but it doesn't work that way, because, again, Saturday is that particular frame of the cosmos by which the light force of God can reach each and every single human being on this planet. And the way that the physicality reaches up and attaches itself to the immaterial, to the non-physical, which is the light force of God, is done through the scroll. And thereby, because there is mention of each and every single event, we have this singular opportunity that unfortunately for so many millennia has gone wasted, because we either didn't know, we didn't have the Zohar available, so that we can enlighten, create more light within ourselves, within our environment. And we know what the rule of light is. Bring in the light, and darkness or chaos simply cannot coexist. So we have this opportunity in Parashat Emor, an opportunity that only comes twice a year, where you have the collective cosmic events all appearing at the same time. Because again, bear in mind, Passover is generally in the month of Aries. Shavuot, the revelation of Mount Sinai, that is during the cosmic month of Gemini. And the other holidays of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot occur during the month of Libra. And here, collectively, we have this opportunity, because, again, to refresh our memories, we are not of the belief that God created this vast universe for the sake of observing the chaos that surrounds every aspect of this planet, of this universe. No, it pains him. And therefore, these were the opportunities that are constantly available, so that we can make life somewhat a little more pleasurable, a little more pleasant, and with less chaos, if not the entire removal of chaos. In addition, we have a discussion about the priestly family that should light candles, the menorah, the candelabra, each and every single day. Here again, it is only recently that candles have become an integral part of many, many people. Lighting candles, always having candles burning in our home. All of a sudden, candles is a big business today. Where was it 100 years ago? Well, that was either reserved for the streets before there was electricity, or simply people were not into it, like many today are still not into lighting candles. But what is the significance of candles? Because it represents light, or it represents a pure form of light as opposed to electrical current. And Talmud and Zohar stresses the difference between artificial lighting and candle lighting in many places without going into it. It again reminds us of light, imbues the home, the office with light. And this was the function of the high priest. What is the connection within this same section known as Emor between all of the events that are presented on this Shabbat and candles? Again, to stress upon us the important feature of light. For without light, there is darkness. We have that reminder day in and day out. You don't flip the switch at night in your home or your office or wherever. You're enveloped in darkness. You're enveloped in what could be chaos. And so therefore, a scroll, candles, and almost everything about Kabbalah is to increase the abundance, the beneficence of a light force of God into our lives. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.